This is CanadianTitan, and we're going to try out the Universim. It's an alpha version of a game that I think I Kickstarter backed like a long time ago, and they recently said that streamers and YouTubers can go ahead and start playing the game. I actually received an email saying, hey, if you want a key for streaming, you know, contact us and maybe we'll consider you. But thankfully, like I said, I backed it on Kickstarter, so I can play it and I can show you, and I haven't tried it before. I've had alpha access for a while now, and I think I've put in a whole 24 minutes into the game, so you'll have to excuse me if I do a very poor job. I really love base building games and god games, and this kind of seems like a little bit of the mix of the two of those, so hopefully it's a game that I'll actually really learn to love. You know, the short period of time that I did try it, it wasn't very exciting or very interesting, so hopefully they've improved it substantially since then. Would we like to play with tutorials? Yes. WASD to move. Right click to scroll to zoom. What's shift do? Shift. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't say what shift does. Place an evolution tower. Well, let's zoom in here. Those are not people, those are berry bushes. Where are my people? It doesn't even tell me how to place a tower, does it? Simply click the left mouse button. Okay. Oh, here we go. We probably want to be close to the water. Let's try between these two berry bushes. Yeah. All right. Let's save the game. Saving the Universim is done a bit differently. You'll need to build an archive structure and use it to save your game. Be sure to build one early and keep it in good repair so you don't lose your progress. That's different. Evolution Tower, which is this thing, is the engine that drives the evolutionary process of your civilization. From here, you can select which advancements nuggets research and which kind of mutations you add to their DNA. These options are called perks. Okay. There are a few different types of perks. There's blue ones and yellow ones. There's evolutionary and mortal. Okay. Blue perks. These perks dictate how quickly your civilization advances through the ages. Can we pause? Is there a pause? There we go. Okay. I don't want time to progress without me. Every evolution perk you research brings your civilization one step closer to the space era. Evolution perks appear in groups which refresh after you research all of the perks in the group. I actually, yeah, it's pretty rare for someone to have heard of this game. So I'm not surprised that you haven't heard of it, Steph. Not many people have. You know, and I thought that I had fixed the whole overlay chat thing, but apparently this game is not letting that work, which is kind of a shame. I really don't want to... Bummer. Alright, I will have to figure it out later. For now, let's just... If we can't do that, let's try that maybe? No. I want to be able to see the chat for now. Alright, we can keep doing this. There are perks. I can make my people better. Green perks are rare. Rare perks are scarce but enormously helpful, which means it's a good idea to keep an eye out for them as they will have a bigger impact on your civilization. Purple perks are... Oh, we're playing. I don't want to play. Stop time. Ultra rare. And it seems like they have the same kind of color combination that a lot of games do in terms of rarity, which is kind of interesting. I never get that rarity scale. You know, the whole blue, green, purple, orange thing. Like, I don't know why that was decided as the way to do rarity colors, and I never can remember which one is the most rare or which one's the least rare. It is important to note that every perk other than evolutionary perks refresh after each successful research attempt. You can only select one perk to research at a time, so choose wisely. Start with yellow or green. Don't stagnate your civilization or you risk famine. All of this reading, my goodness. They think everyone's going to read all this? Construction menu. Okay. Make them happy, make them happy, make them happy. Construction menu. Production, adaptation, resource management, resources, expansion, and epicenter. Wood refinery, stone refinery. Farm, fishing pier, local business bunker. Reservoir, warehouse, water pump. Forecast tower, archive, school. Eatery. Cemetery, engineers, well, hospital, and funeral pyre. Interesting. And then there's this, which, again, like it said, can allow me to upgrade my society. So, it looks like this would be the fastest one, primitive tools. Let's start with primitive tools, and let's unpause the game. So my little nuggets will get to work. Let's get rid of that. Alright. They're cutting down things. Looks like they're building something. I didn't tell them to build anything, but that's okay. And this is 20 some odd seconds left to go, I think. And then once we have primitive tools, what does that give us? Refine materials. Oh, stone hut's been completed, but it can't operate without water. Well, there's water right here. Archive. Here we go. Engineers. This is interesting. Let's build an engineer structure. Sure, why not? So how do we get you to get water? Every building in the game uses water and or power in varying amounts. The current resource usage of buildings is indicated in the blue blah 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 blah. Yeah, I know, but how do I get them to get water? Oh, interesting. Well, primitive waterworks, I mean, come on. If water's a problem, let's try to fix it using that. Creator's power, wrath, influence, protection, and creation. Oh, interesting. Are there points to spend to do these things? I can pick them up for 5 whatever McCullots. I don't really have an understanding of the currency system in this game yet. Interesting. Okay, let's not do any of that to them right now. Elu. Number of kids, 2. Spouse, Adahi. Was mining stones as a laborer. Interesting. Okay, is this done yet? Huge muscles. No, we don't want that. Round cogs, clothing, enhanced digging, and elbow grease. Let's give them clothes. Come on, little nuggets. Actually, we're going to change the resolution again. Really quickly. 8, 16 by 9. Now I can see everything because my taskbar was in the way. And if I come into OBS, I can now stretch it out. There we go. That's better for everyone. There's some food. Oh, clothing's completed. Very few fingers were lost. That's great. Bigger buckets, cooking, fishing, agriculture, and recreation. Ooh. I think we're gonna do agriculture research. And what else can we build now that we've unlocked some more technologies? Anything new? A reservoir. So reservoirs can store water. Let's build it right next to this house. Hopefully they can figure out how to get to this water over here. I don't feel like it's that far, but apparently they don't want to travel. We've already seen Elu. Who else do we got? Oh. Yesterday I saw a cloud that looked just like a rabbit. Either that or they learned how to jump really, really high. That's some brilliant advice. Or knowledge or wisdom or something, I don't know. Pretty crazy little guy. Expansion. So we should build an archive fairly early on. But it would use up the rest of our stone and stuff right now. I think it's very interesting that you need this to actually be able to save the game. And we can only research one thing at a time. Oh. Assign a nugget. Who can research? Does anyone have engineering powers? Age, hunger, thirst, health, stamina, might, and happiness. No knowledge thing, eh? Well, I think... Chaga, after your date, you're going to be working as an engineer. What the heck is this? Is that a little creature? That's an interesting looking creature. Looks like something out of Pokemon. I think a lot of my friends who have played Sims or other games like that might enjoy this kind of a game. Oh, look at that rock. That looks like something from Lion King. All this land is yours. I probably should have looked around the planet a bit more before deciding where to put my settlement. You know, it looks like there's some materials here, like on the surface to mine. There's a little turtle. Yeah, it's one of the ones that have gone onto the radar, and I think it's. Oop! I actually bashed into the mountain. Did you see that? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I've always been a fan of God games, so anytime something comes up that is even close to that area, I'm all over it. So it definitely makes me happy to try out a new one. Yeah, I didn't know a floating god above them all could bash into rocks, but apparently I'm actually like flying. There's some like bushes over here. I got a water wheel, so that'll let them start collecting water, hopefully, which they can put into the reservoir. Looks like the stone hut's happy now. We got an engineer in here. I don't know what the engineer's doing, but there's an engineer assigned to this now. And we've almost got some farming. And we're out of wood, so hopefully someone will collect some wood for us. Wrath. I can send a tornado for 650 something or others. Windstorm for 650 something or others. I can be a matchmaker. That's kind of creepy. And I can oppress. That's very nice. And there's a whole creation tab, which apparently I have nothing unlocked yet, so that will be interesting. Ooh, look at this. Looks like they're building another hut. They are. I wonder what's for dinner tonight. I hope it's food. I hope so too. Oh, there's water in the reservoir. That's great. Temperature is a bit high, but that's all right. Can I see the water in the reservoir? I can. I love when they do detail. Oh boy. When the stone huts are rocking, don't come a knocking. Oh boy. That's really happening. Okay, agriculture. Anytime now. So someone did get some more wood. It looks like we're good on water production versus water usage. It looks like we could use some power, but we don't have any yet. Oxygen level's good. Oil's good. These look like they're all coming soon. Okay, so we have agriculture research and they are done procreating. So what can we do now? Nothing new there. We do have a farm here. Oh boy, look at how big this farm is. And how do you determine where to put it? Oops. Farms allow your civilization to become more self-sufficient and rely less on scavenging, rend, bear attacks, blah 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 blah. Okay, so I just can't put it down because I don't have the resources yet? Is that what's going on? Oh, no. If I put it there, I could put it there, but I don't want it there. This'll do, right? Yeah, there we go. A farm. We should also be researching more. Pulley system, recreation, cooking, fishing, and elbow grease. Well, I think cooking is probably the next step as we set up this farm. Can I hit a tree? No, not that one at least. Some turtles. Let's move a little faster across the map. Let's see what else is out here. Some more of those stags. More turtles. Bushes. It's a beautiful looking map. I mean, the design of this planet is just amazing. They have some like iridescent water almost. The temperature shifts. Where are my people? Mistakes were made. Hello, civilization, where are you? Oh, this is amusing. Where's my civilization now? Is there a button to go home to them? Uh-oh, someone's sick from drinking out of the lake. Is that them? That is them! Oh my goodness, I almost couldn't see them from space. Spin it back around. I don't know why, but when I get used to a map being in a certain orientation, I try to keep it that way. Fixing a building. What's this? Neutral. Rubber ducky, I guess. So it looks like that's cool. There's the descriptions though I think are kind of long on these different boxes. I'm sure some people will find it rather interesting to read through all of these different, like, you know, half paragraphs of detail, but not I. What is this? Rock? Oh, engineers. Looks like I don't have anything for the engineer to do. Is that correct? No, we don't want to demolish the building. I'm sure we'll figure that out soon. What's this do? What's that do? Oh, this is my my currency basically for my power, like for my superpowers. For these things probably. This person's sick. At least I think they are. We're not ready to research any technology yet. We're not ready to build anything yet. We're kind of on a slow path, so let's speed up time. And apparently there's wildlife that'll come and, you know, attack you and stuff like that, so we'll have to keep an eye out. Hopefully none of our nuggets die. It looks like we filled the reservoir, which is nice. And the farm is starting to come along. The detail on these is amazing as well. I mean, considering that they decided to make the characters just these little nothings, the amount of detail that they put into everything else is just really nice. Okay, so basically add people to the farm, pick a good crop. Only one crop can be grown at a time. Okay. Assign a nugget. You. Choose a crop. What does this mean? Not meant for the current biome. Yeah, right. We're in grassland. This is time. Amount of food and the amount of water. Well, that's interesting. I don't know if I want something called the bloody diarrhea fruit. That doesn't sound like a good plan. This doesn't seem great. Deadly seed. Devil's lettuce. Wow. Let's start with the manbro fruit, I guess. And we'll see what happens there. Let's slow back down time. Oh, this is interesting. More carry capacity, but it's going to take a long time. Recreation, fishing. I mean, I don't think food is a huge problem anymore, so I think we're going to go with the hide bags. What's over here? Not one of those. I wish I could zoom in more. Uh-oh, winter. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Uh-oh. Does the water freeze? Yeah, the water will freeze. That's good to know. I guess my farm's not going to do much in the winter, is it? Well, it looks like it can kind of grow in the... Nah, this is bad. Mistakes were made. Hello, Scopeak. Scopic? Scopeak? What do we have? What do we have? Eatery. This is interesting. Archive. I still haven't built an archive, so I can't save my game, which is interesting. Water pump I already have. Reservoir I have. I would love to have some place for my people to stay warm, but apparently I can't do that yet. Let's see about building an eatery. Somewhere. Over by the water? In the woods? Sure.
We did too.
Yeah. So it's still 1 degree, so the water in this is not frozen yet. This seems okay still, although it looks like the lake itself is frozen over. I don't know how long the seasons last. I better watch out for the cliff. Actually, you can bang into the cliff, which is interesting. Yeah, look at this. Oh! I haven't seen a god game that let me do that before. You're eating. We're getting low on food slowly. Okay. Genetic splicing. So there's a book in the Animorph series of books called the Elemist Chronicles, and one of the games that they play is who can make the most impact, the least amount of genetic manipulation, based on different scenarios with two different races. And I always love that concept. So the idea that I get to affect the genetics of these guys is super interesting to me, but I don't think that these are a good place for me to spend my time right now. Actually, I still have to do hide bags still. Look at that, forever. Is it frozen? I can't tell. Are you drinking out of the lake? Were you drinking out of the lake? So, okay. Still nothing in creation. I do have protection. I didn't think about that. When the guy was sick, I probably could have used this to help them out. Influence. And wrath. Yeah, we don't want to do any wrath. I guess let's just speed up time again and see what happens. Hopefully winter doesn't last too long. It's getting colder though. I'd expect to see more fires in the Stone Age. Maybe they're in their caves. Oh, was this guy sick? Broken bone? Maybe when he comes back out I can heal him using my superpowers. Yeah, using this one. I think it's only going to take 1 point of this. So let's see. Wake up. I'm too impatient. Come on. Daytime. Oh. So if I do this on you. No? Did I do that wrong? Do I have to do it? I don't know how to use those powers. It has not told me yet.